Now you could ask, what am I doing here? And of course, Harley is all about the sound and the smell of the Harley Davidson, isn't it? So I became the Taliban again in a sustainable way. I decided to actually create a sustainability committee on the board, which I'm still chairing today, such as for Caring and other companies. You turn sustainability into something which is desirable, which makes sense for your brand. It's not just a buzzword out there that means little. You're translating it into the DNA of what you're doing in business. A way of doing business that is not just profitable from a financial point of view, but also from a social and environmental point of view. I think all of us have experienced that without leadership, it ain't gonna happen. So it's important that we create that new leadership, that we get others to join a new thinking of a more sustainable business, of a better business that is more equitable in every respect, socially, environmentally, and financially. It comes down to education, it comes down to gender equality, it comes down to empowering people, it comes down to new ways of doing business, social.
All right, you guys, so I really didn't want to make this video. If you guys have followed my channel, one of my previous videos on here was me in my office. I was talking about Harley going woke. I was talking about some of the issues. I was talking about how I'm always gonna ride a Harley Davidson. I kind of regret putting that video out. I made the video and released it kind of at the very beginning of this whole woke Harley Davidson issue. A lot of the information wasn't out, it wasn't on the table. Didn't actually get to see what was going on. But there's a lot of information that has came down to me recently that I have been made aware of that has just left a really, really bad taste in my mouth. I have Harley Davidson tattoo on my neck. I have one on my leg. People have mentioned it in the last video telling me that I'm woke. As you can tell from my garage, I'm the furthest thing from woke. I don't support any of that agenda. I am a God-fearing Christian. I'm raising a son. I'm married. I'm a proud, patriotic American. I run a POW MIA air cleaner cover on my lowrider S. I have the flag right behind me, POW MIA. I have the Don't Tread on Me, Liberty or Death flag. To me, my entire life, I never served in the military, just never did. It's always been a regret that I've had, was not joining the service. Unfortunately, I did get way too many tattoos at an early age. I had my hands and neck done, and at the time when I went to join the service, they would not allow that in there. But that being said, I'm very firm in my beliefs. As you can see from the flags behind me, I don't support my government in the choices that they make. I actually think that government is far outreaching where it should be. They don't represent the people anymore, and for that reason, my flags that I have behind me support our troops. They support the people that put their lives on the line, and they support the people that have died for this country and for the ideals that this country was founded upon. But that's where it ends. And just like with Harley Davidson, they don't represent the end user. They don't represent the hardworking blue-collared workers of America anymore. They don't. The values are so far away and so far off base of what we, the core Harley Davidson rider, the core foundation of this company, they're so far removed from that at this point, and it's very sad to me. I was actually gonna come out in the garage and make this video because I installed a new tail light. I took the Harley Davidson tail light off. I take almost every stock Harley part off and I switch them as I go through owning this bike to aftermarket parts that are just better. They're designed better and they work better. It's always been that way. But I just seen a video recently where the CEO of Harley Davidson was talking about destroying the company essentially from the inside out. How when he came here, he didn't like the sound, the smell, the whole atmosphere of Harley Davidson, and his goal was to pretty much destroy that part of Harley Davidson and to get them on a sustainability course to where they were going to lose a lot of money from production, but they were going to make something that was far more sustainable and better for the environment. He also talks a lot about diversity and bringing in people from diverse backgrounds to get them involved because that matters. Well, I do agree that we are a melting pot in this country and that everybody, regardless of your ethnicity, brings a value and an opinion and an experience to this world that is meaningful. I also think that people should be hired based on performance, merit, achievements. People work very hard to get where they're at in this country, and the fact that we discredit them and put them down simply based on race is horrible to me. The job should always go to the best candidate, not the female Latino that got put in that position because they needed someone to fill that spot. I'm not talking down on any race or group. I'm not like that. I'm a very open-minded person. I'm not a racist person at all. I believe that everybody has values and opinions, and I'm 35% Native American, so if anybody knows the trials and tribulations of having your entire history wiped off of the face of the continent in which you inhabited, I'm right there with you. But I have to say, the biggest blow to me, what is really affecting me the most, is that Harley Davidson has now announced that every one of their Rev Max engines produced for 2025 are going to be manufactured overseas in Thailand, and then they're going to be shipped over here. The only reason why I was defending Harley Davidson was because of the heritage and the history. The only reason why I stand behind this company was because of the values in which they believed in, and I think that's gone. Sad as it is, I have tattoos on me that represent the company, but they're there for the ideal in which this company stood for at the beginning of time. Just like the American heritage that I support, it stands for the vision that this country had when it was founded, the core beliefs, the values, the benefit of capitalism. And to sit here and do the researching on Harley going woke and to see that the CEO was talking about how he was an enemy to capitalism, why are you even in this country? This is one of the greatest countries. No, take that. This is the greatest country on the face of the earth, and you can't even argue that from a pure capitalist standpoint, from a pure freedom standpoint. You can't argue it. I just am left speechless, and I really didn't want to say anything negative about Harley. I wanted to wait for all the smoke to blow over, but I will not wear Harley Davidson shirts anymore. I'm not buying them. I'm not going to wear the clothing. I'm not supporting it. So I'm going to support local companies. I'm going to wear local motorcycle shop clothing. I'm still going to support the stuff that I believe in, but I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna buy the 2024 Road Glide. I've been looking at it all year. I have the money in the bank right now. I was about to go sign the papers. I've been on the fence all year about it, but I'm not doing it. I'm saving my money, and with the state of this country, the state of the company that I choose to ride, their motorcycles, and the way that this world is going right now, I'm gonna save my money for a little bit, because what's more important to me is finding a company that I can get behind that's still an American-made motorcycle produced here in the United States, that I can get behind their beliefs. So I'm gonna wait for that Buell Super Cruiser to come out, and unfortunately, this bike here is probably gonna get sold. It's either gonna get sold or it's gonna get traded in. I'm gonna get that Buell Super Cruiser eventually. That's the way that it's looking, but the way that things change here going forward, I'll let you guys know, but I'm just completely let down. I'm almost completely disgusted in what I have seen here. And Harley Davidson, if you're gonna manufacture RevMax motorcycles in Thailand and then you're gonna ship them here, if you're gonna take American manufacturing jobs out of this country and you're gonna take that away in order to gain profits, I can't stand with you anymore. You guys have a great day. If you own a Harley, if it's paid off, it doesn't matter if you sell it or not. They already got your money. They're not getting anything else from me. I refuse to buy any parts from Harley Davidson. Anything aftermarket that I do to this bike comes from very reputable companies that are manufactured and produced in the United States. I went with the Eagle lights. I went with their rear tail light on this motorcycle because this rear tail light is a slim, low profile tail light and it is completely manufactured in the United States. I highly support that. All I ever wanted to do was support American made companies because I'm an American and the manufacturing jobs here are super important. But I will tell you from now on, I will not be repping the gear. I'm not buying Harley Davidson parts. I won't even buy their oil filters, none of that, until they change the route in which they're on and they get back to a company that is for the people, that is owned by the people. I don't know if I can really support giving them any more money at this point. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry if this video is a little bit long or drawn out, but it's just been really tearing at me here lately that I could watch an American company, something that we were proud of, go down the drains to the point where now they're gonna outsource motorcycles and then they're gonna bring them to their dealership and they're gonna overcharge you for them. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Are you on with the ban? Are you supporting it? Are you gonna hold fast to your morals and your beliefs, or are you gonna let that be stripped away from you as everything else has in this country?